takes 10,000 hours to become an overnight success.
Do what you want to do when you want to do it. Just don't waste time.
People who've already walked the path want to pass it on. Don't be afraid to ask somebody to help. In most cases, people are absolutely delighted to pass on whatever wisdom and knowledge that they have to help you succeed at what you want to do in life. So go for it.
It's so easy to not get the answers if you don't ask, and not 9 times out of 10 you're probably not going to get the answers, but you won't know until you ask. Being happy in the role that I'm doing, once I have the happiness side to it, I feel like I'm most successful.
Hello. So today on the podcast, I'd like to welcome an absolute legend from Dublin, Ireland. I had the pleasure of meeting the main man himself in Bali, spending a bit of time over him here. We actually spent Christmas together last year as well. So a former carpenter and new music producer who specializes in house music, dance music, and a blend of piano house music for the modern day music festivals and dance scenes around Ireland, Europe, and soon to be the world. The legend himself, Mr. Evan Wilde. What's happening, mate?
Darren,
Great to have you on.
thanks a minute for having me, bro. It's good to be talking to you again. That was a long intro there for me as well. Nice one.
You're very welcome, brother. I literally only remembered Christmas as I was saying that just added in off the hoof.
You know what? Everybody usually says, don't they, when you go away for Christmas, like, oh, Christmas on the beach, this and that. It was Christmas and the pissings around for us. It was the worst. But then we went to that beach club off the cliff. Remember that?
Single fence.
That was deadly. That was.
It had stopped raining, but then we went to what was thought we went to the Radisson, some fancy Radisson, big
Yeah.
massive hotel, and we thought it wasn't the Radisson. What was the name of it? Yeah, it was something along those lines. It was a really high-end 5-star hotel and free for all meal. What was it? Drinks and everything, and we were actually sharing our vans with me. In true Ireland and Dublin style.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah, well, you'll be back before you know it, playing in Surveyor and the rest of the clubs around Bali, beach clubs around Bali before you know it. So hold the vision, brother, hold the vision. But look, it's been great to have you and watch your journey since you left. What I found really inspiring when I met you here in Bali was one, you were a carpenter. It saved up all your money as much as you could to come over to Bali and knuckle down, turn on the music, produce a few songs. I think you said you wanted to do 10 songs before you went back to Ireland. And you were just basically face down, arse up. Whenever you weren't having dinner, you were recording music and putting music together. So I thought it was very inspiring. And even when you went home still as a half carpenter slash music producer, that you were going to get back into carpentry just to get more money together. But now you've evolved into what you are today. So let's get the listeners and help bring them on that journey to see what your life has been.
It's a mad one. I kind of fell in love with music producing full time when lockdown happened. It kind of just gave me the free time to be able to sit down full time and do something with it. Then one fellow I knew, I was getting a haircut and he told me he was moving to Bali. I came home and says to me, Mrs. Caitlin here, listen to this. She fell in love with the idea straight away. We went out to Bali. I went out with the intentions of getting a couple of tracks done so I could create kind of a Bali album. It didn't go anywhere. I wasn't expecting it to go anywhere, but it was just for the project itself to go out there and actually do something like that, just to test me on, was brilliant. I still do carpentry maybe 1-2 days a week just to keep me ticking over because of a gig on the weekend, which pays the bills. So we're not out here making millions. We're just out here enjoying the process.
There we go. And this is exactly it. The name of the podcast is The Successful Irishman. I'm still yet to share it with the guests. But it's all getting launched this week, so you'll be the last guest to come on blind. But this is it, man. You're would you say you're living life on your own terms right now?
Yeah, life has definitely have been a lot easier since I made the move to do this full time. 100%. Yeah, it's given me the time. Like you don't show up on site every bleeding week with the 100% brain mentality. It's like going in here as well. You need to be in the humor doing it, and some days you're just not in the humor, so you're not going to get anything done. And they're the days you have to accept.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know.
100%. So look at that's sort of modern day where we're at. Give us the full journey and spectrum. Life for you growing up. Yeah, where did you grow up? How was life growing up? And yeah, give us a brief rundown on all of that.
I grew up in Rathfarnham, Whitechurch estate. It was mad back in the early days. The estate was full on. It was crazy, full of headbangers. Oh, my dad used to work on a pirate radio station back in the early 90s, and it was broadcasting out of Whitechurch, the housing estate, in a barnet shed out the back garden, big aerial off the roof of the gaff and stuff. And but he used to take me down to the radio station. I remember just sitting there as a young fella looking at my dad DJ, and he was live on air. He was. Now there was a lot of drinking shit involved as well, so they'd be all having a great time. And Dad used to be rocking. I just remember thinking, oh, what, that I loved the whole technique of what's going on there, of playing two tunes, mixing two tunes together, and even the radio. I loved the idea of the radio. I loved like you're broadcasting to loads of people. So it's something I moved on to doing then as I grew up. I got a slot on a pirate radio station here in Dublin called Tonic Radio, and I DJ'd there for 4 years. No, it was 3 or 4 years every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. It used to be rocking, like rocking. You'd still have loads of people still up from the night before texting the radio station. So and it was a good buzz. And then I got into making music then. I think I was about 16 or 14 I was when I started making music. And I haven't stopped since. I do see this vision at the end of it. I'm not at the vision yet, but I will get there and I know I will. It's a test of patience.
Yeah, fair play to you, man. And so, what age were you when you recognised your love for the techniques of mixing tunes together and saying what you were saying in the shed?
Yeah, I think it was about 14 years of age when I got my first set of decks and all. Um, and I remember just playing up in my ma's bedroom. We used to blast the house out. I had a big huge boom box, and like a council house back in the day. The walls are
Yeah.
so the whole stuff used to.
Battered.
Then when I started getting into producing music, I just like I was only up my ma's there doing it the other day for the first time in a few years, producing music from my ma's kitchen table. That's where I started producing music, and I was just like, fucking hell, if it feels so long ago, now I've got to play the studio.
Yeah, yeah. It's a huge evolution along the way, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was a big step in my career getting this studio up and running.
And here for your ma to have you back in the gaff, yeah, producing music in the kitchen again. Was that nostalgic? Even not just for her, but for both of us.
She wasn't there.
Probably the only reason you were allowed to.
Yeah, they got rocking again.
100%. So look at you. You grew up around Whitchurch. Then when did you get into carpentry, and what was life like as a teenager, later into those years and early 20s?
I was a manager at McDonald's, and I was a manager at McDonald's for 5 years, I think. And it was a hard grafter job. But my dad ended up coming onto a building site across the road from the job I worked in, and in the McDonald's I worked in. Came in while his mates used to come in every single day. Come on, son, you're not just a burger flipper. Come on, we'll take you on this. So after a couple of months of persuading me to leave McDonald's and go into the construction sites, I did. I took the leap. And I tell you what, every single day after I took the leap, I was saying, why did I do it? It's just the most unreliable trade. Oh, you know, it's hard work sitting there and
Yeah,
where's me bleeding money?
yeah, yeah. Waiting for your wages. That's fucking hilarious. Because a lot of people like as your outlet, it's like, well, you're more than just a burger flipper. A lot of people look and judge workers of McDonald's as say, What are you gonna do? Get a job at McDonald's? Even everyone in the crypto industry, are you gonna lose it all and go get a job at McDonald's?
Yeah,
And here you are talking the opposite. So what? I
yeah.
was comfortable in McDonald's and building sites were a nightmare.
You know what it was? I have to say, from working with McDonald's, they were the most reliable company that I worked for. That was like they pay you on the day, every single day, on the hour that you're due to get paid. The minute I went on to building sites, I think it was the first week I went on to building sites. I was like 2 weeks for my money. I'm like, fuck this. What?
And here, was it just you or was it everybody, your outfit as well?
It's just a building. So people don't want to pay it in the building trade for some strange reason over here.
Ah, yeah, it's not only over there, it's over in Australia as well. It's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. I was fortunate when I done my apprenticeship. I done it with a company called Winthrop Engineering. They're up behind the Red Cow. You play up there, don't you? What's the name of that business park up there?
It's a Bally Mount.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The other, like the one that's closer to the M50 and like the side of it that's closer to the Red Cow on the M50. But yeah, they were handy, man. They're actually a company from Tala, but they were
Right?
dead handy, man. They same what you said, wages on time every week, same time. But I also used to work in a curry shop, delivering curries on Thursday and Friday night. So I was making my whole week's wages as an apprentice in 2 nights delivering curries, not a blade of tax and insurance.
Madness.
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. But for you, Dan, anyways, how many years were you in construction
I
before?
was on sites for 8 years, I think. 8 years. And you know what? It was a long 8 years. Them winters in Ireland on sites are long. They don't
Uh-huh.
they're long. Even like you're going home every single day and you've some new pain on your body. It's like, what the fuck is this? My knees, my knees just gave up on me one winter on sites, and I said, holy shit, I can't do this for much longer. And I only turned 30 fucking last month, 60 on sites. It's just not, it wasn't doable.
Yeah, good on you for recognizing that. Because it is a lot of wear and tear on the body, and it is can be sad to see the older generation who believe that there's nothing else for them to do. But everyone needs to pay their bills, so it's
Yeah.
you just see older men on there that are arthritis in the legs and the knees, and they can barely move around. Their hips are fucked because it's all they know at that stage of their life. They need to keep doing it in order to make ends meet. That I was the same, man. I had knee reconstruction, so I done my knee playing football, with Usher Celtic years ago, and every time I went back, it kept popping out. But I was already a plumber by that stage, and as you know, like carpenters, depending on what you're doing, you're always on your knees, fucking either under the sink or putting the
Yeah.
bathroom together or doing whatever. But my knees used to seize up by my left knee,
Right.
and I needed to like a rusty hinge, and like I need to lube it in the morning when it's cold, or if I'm kneeling down for too long, it just stays stuck. And it's still today, it doesn't fully extend the way my other leg does when I walk. It feels like one leg is shorter than the other a little bit,
Yeah.
which leads to it still being like a rusty
So,
hinge. Yeah, there's no cartilage or anything in there. I had knee reconstruction and everything, so it's for me to be on a building site. I had plans to get off it, but like how I ended up getting off the site was not part of my plans.
well, how do you do? Like, you're in the gym every day, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in the gym most days. Yeah,
Happy
doing
bollocks.
CrossFit. Yeah, I just have to be careful with it and build it and warm it up and strengthen it like before I start training. And
Yeah.
it's interesting to ask that because I've been doing CrossFit and it's been fine. I'm building up the muscles around it, the quads and the hamstring. But I signed up to Muay Thai for the first time in years. And obviously all of that is twisting and pivoting. And it's twisting on my left leg.
Right.
And for the whole week last week, I could feel like, you lose your confidence in it.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit weaker and it feels a little bit more like throbbing and you're just not as comfortable with it. So I stupidly bought a fucking 2 month pass to get started just because I wanted to get consistency. I
Right.
probably should have fucking just got a class and booked another class and seen how it felt. So now I've already paid for 2 months. I'm gonna need to ride it out.
Nice. Not a
Yeah.
bad.
Coming back to you and the music, like how did your music career progress?
You know what? It's kind of like when I made a track with an Irish influencer here over in Ireland, and it got signed to a record label, and all things were up there. But I was just waiting on things to decline because it was going to. I didn't have, or hadn't got the follow up tune yet. I still haven't got it. Um, I've got a lot of tunes ready to go. It's just taking time for the next tune to come out. So I haven't had that second wave of excitement on a second tune yet. But as getting back to it, it comes in waves. Some days you're up there, next other days you're down there, and they're the days you have to accept. Waiting on better days to happen.
At the minute,
Yeah,
yeah, well, you're all over Ireland playing sets and DJing and what
no,
festivals and
the
the
gigs
Tree Arena.
the gigs are very busy at the minute. I'm just waiting on the official releases to come next.
What's that mean?
In terms of like official release with a record label, I'm signed to a record label, signed to Universal Music, so I'm waiting on the official release to come next on that.
On the song that you already produced, that's had
Yeah,
massive success.
I have a second tune to come out with the record label, so getting that one over the line has been a little bit difficult, but we're getting there.
Yeah. So for the listeners and myself, I have no clue what it takes to put a song together. So as a music producer, what does that mean exactly?
So I come out here to the studio. I'm out here 5 to 6 days a week, and 9 times out of 10, I'll just start with words like someone singing that I've got online myself, and I'll just build a tune around that. That'll be 9 times. So basically, I'm just constructing ideas out here nearly every day, from no idea to something every day, and you'll probably get one tune out of five that's okay. Not every day I'm like you're producing hits, but it's what it entails. You just have to show up to work every day, don't you?
100%. And even with that, 5 or 6 days a week, I love that you're doing that, and it's great for people to hear what it takes to succeed
Yeah,
at what you're chosen. Like for me, it's coaching. For you, it's music producing and DJing. What's the word they say or the quote? It takes 10,000 hours to become an overnight success.
yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? At your craft and a master of your craft. So go on. Sorry.
Like the 10 year people were calling me when I first got signed like that 10 year overnight success story. It's like that's why how long you've been working for it, and then it comes to you, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So that's the other thing as well. It just shows that if you stick at something for long enough, eventually you're gonna reap the rewards. There's no.
Yeah, that's it.
So for you, what was it like then? So you came back from Bali. Actually, while you're here, tell us about Bali. So you said you came over to make a couple of tracks, and yeah, tell us what it was like for Bali, or what was
We
like in Bali for you.
we when we touched down in Bali, it was like a bit of a like I expected it, but I didn't expect to the extent of how busy it was. I was like, whoa, this is busy.
Mhm.
As Kate I says, I definitely won't be able to drive over here. There's not a fucking chance I'll be able to drive over. I think I went to where did I fly into first? Ubud, and then I went down to Uluwatu, I think it was.
Yeah,
And
where I am. Yeah.
it was cute at then Uluwatu. And I remember when I got to Uluwatu, I was like, right, it's different over here. It's not like up there. It wasn't the roads were clear. I said, I said to her, I said, I'll get a moped here. Okay, we'll get one here. So I did get one. It's okay. No, I've driven loads of mopeds before. Never driven a moped like on the road. But we got around. But then we went. I think the best place that I fell in love with most was Uluwatu or Shangu. I loved Shangu, but it was busy.
Yeah, it's hectic up there.
Hectic wasn't the word. It's nearly
Uh-uh.
it's nearly dangerous driving out. It's extremely dangerous driving over there.
Big time. Yeah, like what I say is, I've been living here for nearly 2 years now, so far, and sometimes look, I've been driving bikes. I used to, I used to rob bikes when I was a kid, and so we've been driving bikes years. It's good. The skills I still have stayed with me, but not proud of robbing the bikes. I'll just add that in. But
The good old days.
people here, it's like they're locked on go, and it's
Yeah.
straight, and it's like robotic. They just go bump, 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 bump. So it can be very dangerous because people are just like that. There's up over paths around cars, like they're only short of driving over cars. It's through the traffic lights, through the red lights, through. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
It's hectic, especially that road, that main road, Sunset Road.
I found the thing was with me, it's dangerous now having me on the road for the first 2 weeks while I'm getting me bearings. It was extremely dangerous. I fucking hadn't a clue what I was at.
Do you not drive a car at home?
I drive a car, Darry, yeah, I drive a car, but like a bike is different, especially over there. You're constantly stopping, starting, you're in and out of everything because you just have to go with the flow, like. And if you don't go with the flow, you'll
Yeah,
cause destruction.
yeah, yeah. And then they have everyone shouting at you.
Yeah, I found, you know what? The first day we went to Bali, I remember it was the first week we went to Bali. We were in Ubud, and there was a serious thunderstorm there, and a crazy thunderstorm. And the water started coming in the front door of the villa and the room that we were staying in, and the aircon box on the wall exploded. With me and Caleb were lying in bed, and it just exploded. We were like, "Ah, fuck! What are we doing?" This was in the first week. It was carnage. And you're hearing like we had a phone call as well one day from home. Oh my god, he is okay. He's okay. I heard there was a volcano. I'm like, that's on a different fucking island.
Yeah, it's pretty big in Indonesia. People don't realize.
When you're talking to people at home, it's like it sounds like a very small place. Even Bali
Yeah,
sounds like a small place. It's not. It's big.
it's huge, man. Saoirse was at a retreat there last week, a couple of weeks ago, and it's 4 hours or 5 hours drive. Probably bigger. It's definitely bigger than Ireland, but there's different islands inside of Indonesia. So there's like
Yeah,
Bali is an island, but it's also probably about 5 to 7 hours long driving in a car or longer.
yeah.
It's and then the further up north you get, the less accessible roads you have. So it's an interesting contrast with modern roads and then dirt tracks, isn't it?
Ah, stop. Dodge. It's no dangerous.
Yeah. So for you, you said you came over here to make music, and you said you made a few songs that didn't go anywhere. But what was the process like for you? What did you learn about yourself during that time?
You know what? It was mainly how what I learned about myself is how much I enjoy my own freedom. Because we came out of back of lockdown, we were locked up for 2 years to be able to just go over there and just do what you want to do when you want to do it. That was the
Ah,
because it was just the two. It was me and Caitlin, and we were kind of very similar people in what we want and what we do. And so it was great to just get over there. We just wanted to beat up. We wanted to go. If we wanted to go out for the day, we went out for the day. We came home. We went because it was just us, you know.
uh-huh.
Nothing holding us back from doing what we wanted to do. Now it wasn't a lot, but it was perfect.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Tell us what that feeling of freedom was like.
It did really, like, when I was over in Bali. It made me realize that life abroad could definitely be doable. It's definitely something I'd like to do, and that's when I came back into the freedom side of things. Like being over there, you just felt free. It was great.
Amazing. And what would you say to people who, might listen to this? your followers or whatever on Instagram who are young and considered like either finishing a trade or whatever they're up to, but they're wondering about traveling the world. What would you say to them?
Just don't waste time. Don't waste time. What you want to do in life, do it. Don't waste time planning things, because I was a perfect example over the years of, oh, I'm gonna go to Australia. I'm definitely gonna go to Australia, but I need to sit at home and do a bit of homework first. It's like, don't waste fucking time. Go and do what you want to do, and do it now, because tomorrow could be too late.
Uh-huh. Epic. So basically jump before you're ready
You know what?
and learn and figure it out along the way.
The hard way, and learn all the obstacles that life has to throw at you on the process, because it's not easy a lot of the time. But when you do succeed, it makes you feel that bit better.
Epic, epic. And here, look at what while you were here as well, Evan. As I said, you told me that you were smashing out the tracks. No matter what they were like, that doesn't matter. But for you to understand that you're capable of delivering so many tracks in X amount of time, what was that like for you to understand about yourself?
But when I was in Bali, was it?
Yeah.
It was kind of to push that mental side to me as well, because I do enjoy setting goals for myself. It doesn't happen very often that I do set goals for myself. I keep meaning to get a whiteboard in here that I'm writing down things I just have to look at every day. I find I heard that's meant to be a great side. When I got over there, I set myself with that mindset. I need to get, I think it was seven tracks done. I wanted that. I
Mhm.
want to have a project to go home, because it's something that I will remember. I'll go back to that album like in a couple of years' time when I've got kids. I'll be like, this is the album I made when I went over there. Look back on and say, fair play. I went out
Mhm.
there and I done it, so it was enjoyable. It was so enjoyable doing it. Like every single day, and fair play to Caitlin as well when I was over there, because she just left me be, done what I needed to get done. She done her own thing. We met after and done what we
After
wanted.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. And here, so is that you done 7 songs? Was that the total?
I got 7 songs done, and I actually got 10 songs done. I didn't put 10 on it though.
Yeah, yeah, you got 10 done.
Yeah, it was good crack. It was. It was good. It was enjoyable.
It was good to hear you as you were progressing through them, but you know, to get 10 songs done, how long were you in Bali for?
The first time, I think it was a month and a half to 2 months. Is that? Oh no, it was the visa, I think, was 3 months in Bali, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. I don't know what you got.
I don't know what it was. And then I think we went to Thailand. We done a month. I think it was 2 months Bali, a month in Thailand. And then we went back.
And then you came back, didn't you?
Yeah, we were 7 months away in total, and Thailand as well was just. It was like flying from Bali to Thailand was like flying into the future almost, wasn't it?
I haven't been there in years. I was
It's
supposed to go a couple of years, last year, but my son turned 3 when our visa was running out, so we couldn't book flights because we were in the gap between him being free on the plane and having to pay for the seat. So
oh no.
the airline literally wouldn't give us a ticket.
Oh,
We had to fly to Australia instead, just in case we got stuck anywhere. You know, we were going to go to Thailand, and then we were going to go to Philippines, but with the airlines, the both airlines, like no matter what airline we tried to use, especially around Asia, we could only use Singapore Airlines, Air Asia, whatever the name of the Philippine airline is, and none of them would accept because we were flying out on. He was 2 going out, but then coming back he was 3. Man, it was a fucking
ah,
rigmarole,
good.
and then we couldn't book one flight without having a return flight. It was just. Hey, I was like, fuck it, I'll go to Australia instead, just to be safe.
Somewhere where you used to. Thailand is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
and they speak English. Now, I was in Thailand years ago, but it's been ages.
You,
So you had a blast over there.
yeah, we went to Thailand, and the Bali tapes paused when I was in Thailand. That was the name of the album that I done, the Bali tapes. That paused when I was in Thailand with a month off, and then I went back to Bali to finish them, to finish the album, and it was fucking magical. It was great, the good and the bad. Because when we went to Bali, it was mad monsoon rain and all the time. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is heavy rain.
Yeah, it's but when did you get here? November, December, wasn't it?
It was no, I think it was November. It was before Christmas we got there, anyways. Is
Yeah, you landed right in the what's it, rainy season.
that what they call it?
It's rainy season, yeah. So rainy season tends to go from November to January, close to March, like February, Marches. But
Right.
you start to switching over. Now it's humid. It's really humid and hot. So you get rain. Now there
Yeah,
wasn't a huge one last year. There wasn't a big one last year because with our build, we were hoping that there wouldn't be, because obviously they get to work more without the rain. But and then high season is sort of from around March, April, all the way back up to October.
yeah.
It used to be really seasonal, and Christmas wasn't a thing in Bali. It was very, very seldom that people came here because of the rainy season. But now, since the borders opened and all that other nonsense is behind us, people are coming all year round. So the only sort of let up is around after Christmas, around January, February. Then March it starts to tip back over again. But right now it's scorching, and then later, like early in the morning, I wear my jacket on the bike. Just a little rain jacket type of thing, like an old Scanda. Like just a shell jacket to keep, like, just to break the wind. And then in the night time it's the same, but during the day it's probably around 30 degrees, but scorching.
Oh,
So it's perfect. It's perfect weather. We're in outside of like the summer months. It's humid, so it's scorching all day. I prefer it now how it is because at least you're getting cold, or even chilled. You can still go around in shorts and t-shirt. But when it's hot, fucking 24 hours of the day, and you're going into aircon just to get out of the humidity, it's a bit uncomfortable.
it's like a winter's day out here in Ireland at the minute. It's absolutely pissing rain. Hasn't stopped
Is
in
it?
2 days.
No
Literally.
way. Ireland are getting hammered, man. Yeah. Because when I was growing up, obviously you're 30 as well, so you're not too far behind me. But like the summers that we used to have back in the day were they were deadly, weren't they? Playing rounders and throwing water balloons at each other and
Or
all the
Robbie.
rest of it. Robbing motorbikes, driving out to Dunleary for a few spliffs.
Nice. The good old day. Huh?
The good old days, going out jumping off the pier. Used to go out there and surf, not surf, fish, and jump
Yeah.
off the pier. But here for yourself, right, coming back to your music and stuff, the Bali tapes, love the name. You basically you saved up, moved to Bali, put in the effort, put yourself in the studio for 3 to 6 months, and you went home. Even though it wasn't that album that kicked off, you had another song that kicked off. So did being in Bali sort of give you a taste of what you're capable of and what your work rate can be when you're outside of distractions of Ireland or smoking weed or all of
Yeah.
those type of things?
Yeah, defo, yeah, defo. And here it all just comes back to that freedom point that I'm making, like, because when I woke up, I done what I wanted to do. I jumped on my computer every single day and I made music, whereas I hadn't got that freedom before because I was working a full-time job. I was working two jobs to save the money, to get the money up to go away to Bali. Like I'd be going off site doing mixers just to pull up the money to get over there. Now, to be fair, Bali didn't cost us that much. We went away with 14 grand, Dara, and we went away for 6 months, I think. 6 months, yeah. And that was flights, accommodation, me bike, eating out. It was everything, and we came home with money.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Deadly.
Oh wait, maybe we went away with 16 grand, and we spent 14. I'll have to double check that, but we like it didn't cost, and we were enjoying ourselves. Now we weren't drinking that much, so I'd say that's where we saved a lot of our money. We don't really drink.
Yeah, yeah, it's epic. Look at there's both, there's both. There's Western living and there's Indonesian living,
Yeah,
and then there's a bit in between. And I tried to go between in not Indonesian living, but just just below Western living, because Western living is and look at my life. People think there are cheap aspects of it, but when you're eating now, depending on where you're eating, it's you need to be smart about it. So some nights you go out and spend 300 quid. Other nights you go out and come home, like you only spend 40.
yeah,
Do you know?
for living,
Do you
listen.
know?
But yeah, so that it gave me the freedom just being over there, and then I came home then, and I had this studio built before I went over, so I got straight back into it. I made a track with an Irish influencer then, Shanice, and here we go again. That's the one that kind of took off here in Ireland a little bit, and still is climbing. But that got me signed to Universal, and then yeah, we're just working here every day, just trying to make big tunes, and that's want to just keep going here.
So here, off the back of the success of that, give us some numbers there on the streams and the downloads, or how you
Uh,
track those
oh,
metrics
it's gotten over 14 million streams on it.
across all platforms.
Yeah, but I think it's over 14 million now. I haven't looked at that actually. It's probably might be more than that now because it's a while since I've looked at it. But yeah, still well, still well. And you know what the thing is as well? It's you don't know when a tune can potentially take off again as well. After it being out, that's out there now, and it could just one video could blow it up again. Do you know what I mean? It's mad how the internet works these days.
And now TikTok
Mad,
send it back into like what's it called when something is popular? Viral, sorry, viral.
but yeah, like yeah, it's you need it goes without saying you do like a lot of music these days does need TikTok to survive and be taken off. Without
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. It's crazy. It is.
Why do you think that is?
It's just the way the world is going. Like the all of the younger generation, this is what they use. So if you want to be punching for the younger generation, this is what you have to be doing. You have to make videos. You have to be a social media expert. You have to do it all.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you're saying that because I remember yours there over in Magaluf eating a spice bag. I was fucking devil.
Oh,
Don't
Darren.
you ain't getting spice bags in Bali, I tell you that much.
Oh, that was one of the nicest spice bags I've had now.
Ah, stop it. You're gonna rub it in as well.
You can make.
My buddy in Australia, he has a recipe for it. I need to get him searching my wife to make it. She's a good cook.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, she's a fucking incredible cook. But we just had to get in one of those air fryers there, the handy, hadn't they?
Oh, they're dead handy. Here,
The
that's
handy.
oh, you're throwing an adulthood, isn't it?
Ah, when they're celebrating a little cooking machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look at what you were saying there. It's actually interesting because you have Michael Jackson and you have the likes of Prince and you have the likes of you have even Kanye West and all the rest of the musicians slash music producers. I think Dr. Dre was the same. They all had, yeah, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg when they were leaving Death Row, they all had what would you call it, conflicts with their music labels, and because they had owned their skeleton tapes, they're sort of locked in.
Right.
So do you think that now, like, although TikTok is for the younger generation, you think it gives you a lot more exposure to get your music
Oh,
wherever you want it to be heard?
100%, 100%. It's madness because I even notice it on some tunes that I put out, and if I do a little bit of background research for the TikTok side of it, and I'll do a few videos on it for TikTok, it does it boosts the players that come the streams that come in definitely.
So what you like? So what you market it? So you
Yeah.
add little bits in that go along with what's trending at the minute.
I'll probably make a video just me here in this studio with the official song playing through the background of it, and people will be watching the video and listening to the song saying, right, that's it, that sounds like a great tune. Like, so I'm gonna
Oh
add that.
yeah,
That's how it works. It's mad, but it's the day and age we live in now. Everybody uses TikTok.
yeah, except me. No, I don't use it, not at the minute. No, I just have Instagram. I have Facebook. I just don't. Facebook was great, but it was. I don't know. A couple of years ago, it's just like it just fucking
Yeah.
froze everything. You stop
It,
getting likes and
it's madness. Your short videos put do really well over on TikTok.
yeah, I think I'll need to buy another phone for it because they harvest all your data and all that. And I'm not in. I know Instagram does it as well, but I was already on Instagram, so I was like, fuck it, I have it already. So I might buy another phone and do it that way, and just leave that phone and whenever I had, because I already have a load of content. I wouldn't even need to make anything new for ages.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because there's
you
some content creators that get paid for videos there too, isn't it?
to do. People are making a serious living off it, like a serious off making videos. Crazy, but it's the day and age we live in. If you want to get the exposure that you really do deserve, it's the way forward. To go on to TikTok
Yeah, yeah.
and bash.
You're after being over abroad, you're after seeing what you're capable of in terms of your output, your work ethic, and feeling what it's like on the road, living in foreign countries, not just Spain or England or that, and it's on the other side of the world where you don't know anybody. So, what was it like for you to go back, have that massive blast off song, here we go again, and then start to play in the Three Arena, Longitude festivals, and give us the rest of the names that you've been working in.
I played a festival Temptation here back in Ireland. It was one of my mates who runs the festival here. That was unreal. It
Where,
was in a massive tent. I was, and it
yeah,
was full to the brim. And what else have I played? And what have we got coming up? More over in Marbella. I've got a lot of gigs, but like it's when you go in there, it's like it comes and it goes, and it's a distant memory like that. DJing.
because there's so much lined up.
We're only up there for an hour, and it's when you're up there, it's hard to even process what's happening in the moment. When you get off stage, or even going, "Fuck, did that just happen?" Like, but it's something that it's a memory I want to relive forever. So I won't stop working until I get it. Even we're going forward now from after this, from today here in the studio. I'm making things a little bit heavier and a little bit more on the dance side, like a house side, and I'm going down a bit of a different route. So I'm happy to see what tests.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? You gotta evolve or die. You're either growing or you're dying. Simple.
I, I think as well. I'm at that stage now where everybody knows my name, but they haven't heard what else I can do.
Aha.
You know what I mean?
Is it- Yeah,
You know?
yeah, of course, of course. It's a good time to show them because what, you're good friends with the lads over at Belters Only.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, a message just came through there on my phone. Yeah, I'm good for a good. The Irish music scene is very small over here. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's friends with everybody. But I'm good mates with nearly every lads that are doing well in this country. So it's good to get the help off everybody that you need. You know.
Yeah, it's epic to see as well, man. It's great
But
seeing you, even you yourself, the like every event that you're at or playing at is jam packed.
not every event is jam packed, but you always take
Well,
every
looks,
you have to be prepared to play the half empty venues. They make the full venues even more enjoyable, you know.
yeah, of course, of course. So, what's next for you? You're gonna start having to play around with your music.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the music side up there, and just from being abroad, really. Looking at what is working on dance floors now is really giving me another insight to a different style of music that I want to discover. So I'm gonna start it here today. And look, just keep grafting on. I've got gigs in Marbella, I've gigs in Santa Ponza coming up, so I'm looking forward to them. I love getting away. I love the idea of traveling for work.
Yeah, yeah, and you seem to be doing it every weekend,
Yeah,
whether it's down to Kerry or fucking Marbella or Ibiza. You know what I mean? You're fucking on the plane to somewhere.
look, do you know what? I hope I get. I want to work for getting over to Australia. I seen like the first people that I know that got Australia is Belters only. They went over there, I think it was a 4 show little mini tour in Australia. That's something now that I'd really
Yeah,
cherish. Like when I do get it, I'll get it.
yeah, you'll definitely get it. Just tap into their network if you can. I know loads of event organizers.
Do you? Yeah,
Yeah, I'll actually send you some of the details. You want me to?
yeah. Fire them on after,
There's a big, huge one there called. So where I propose to search it is a festival called Lost Paradise.
right?
And then they do have Lost Sundays, they do have Lost events, they have so Lost Paradise, Lost Paradise. It's a New Year's thing. It's a 4-day festival. But then the other ones they have either a day event or just a nighttime event. But Lost Sundays is every Sunday in Sydney in
Yeah,
the Ivy. It's the most, I think it's the most exclusive nightclub in Sydney. It's got a swimming pool in the middle of it. Whenever Defected are over, that's where they play. Carl Cox played there and a lot of other big
that,
DJs.
that to me. That to me is living.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
yeah.
like that now. See, being on tour and all, getting to see the world just because of a little bit of talent that you have, it's great.
hmm And then, looking at the lads that they're now probably a dream to play with Sonny Fodera, and now they're on tracks together. They play
Ah,
weekly at this stage, isn't it?
we we would have all grown up listening to all of these artists, and now it's the lads are just making tunes with them. It's crazy.
Full time, tunes and gigs.
Full time, yeah, full time. I've been in the studio with the lads. It's crazy how the two of them work. It's crazy how the ideas come to life. They are two lads that I think are just unstoppable at the minute.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful to see, man. That's it. There's a yin and the yang for everybody, and if somebody else, when ideas come together, or
Yeah,
when ideas like because I believe what's his name, Robbie. I might ask him on the podcast actually. Wink, wink. But
he's a
Robbie,
he's a good man for a chat. Him, he likes going on, and I'll mention it to him.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Because what I've sort of gathered from his stories, from obviously looking on from afar, is he was about to give up. He had a lot of mental health battles,
Yeah,
along the way, with music and his own life, and obviously that sparked the universal line. He met fucking Bizet, and he poured his heart out, and here we are today.
yeah. Don't Robbie definitely hasn't had it easy over the last few years, but he is the prime example of who people should be looking up to. I think he's a great mentor, like to be watching in life because he worked. I remember I've been listening to Robbie G since I was 14. He was younger. He's younger than me. I think he's about 4 years younger than me. So he's probably only about 11. I'd say probably I was 15.
Making music.
He was young. Yeah, he was young. Actually, no.
Wow.
Sorry. I was 17 because I remember getting into the right venue with a fake ID. Yeah,
Yupa! Yes.
a few years younger than me, and he was DJing in the right venue. He was well younger than me. But
No way.
I'm following him since the early days, and his journey has just been crazy. I've been a massive fan of Robbie G as a person and a producer over the years. So all respect due to Robbie. He's an absolute gentleman.
Yeah, he's a lovely lad. So what? He's still only 26. Is that what you said?
I'd say Robbie's only about. You'd say he's 27, maybe. Yeah, he's only young. He's young, and you know what? He has it all ahead of him.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. After putting in his 10 years, as they say, 10 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah,
So
I-
go ahead.
no, no, go on.
Yeah, so for yourself, and even anybody aspiring to do anything in life, swimming, fuck, like whatever it is for them, what would you say to people who want to do something that they're not doing right now?
Don't waste time. Time doesn't wait for you. It's all down to just don't waste time. Do what you want to do and live in the moment and take risks. Risks are a massive factor of your journey. You know that, Darren. Um,
Yeah,
and, and just try to enjoy it as much as possible. And if you do feel like you're in the process, if you do feel like you're falling off the bandwagon, talk to people, because you'll soon get back on the bandwagon again of being that success vision of yourself, isn't it?
yeah, 100%, and great words, because the truth is, people who are a little bit further along in life, like Robbie is doing now, like what I do with other clients and people that I speak to on Instagram, and even yourself, people who have already walked the path want to pass it on. So people who there's mentors everywhere. Don't be
Yeah,
afraid to ask somebody to help,
yeah,
because in most cases, people are absolutely delighted to pass on whatever wisdom and knowledge that they have to help you succeed at what you want to do in life. So, for any listeners, yeah, go for it, and
it's,
ask as many people along the way to support you.
that's it. Do you know what? It's a big thing in something that you're going all in on, is asking questions, because it's so easy to not get the answers if you don't ask, and not 9 times out of 10 you're probably not gonna get the answers, but you won't know until you ask. Won't you not?
No, 100%, 100%. So, look, for you, man, it's been absolutely epic chatting away to you. Looking forward to seeing what the next steps have in store for you. So, yeah, give us a quick rundown. What's life looking like down the
Um,
lens?
you know what, Darry? What life is looking like at the minute is just I'm going into it. I can see I'm going to be sitting into a good next 2 months mentally. I'm gonna get loads of music done, and I'm just gonna keep continuing to ride this wave. I'm living every week by week as it comes. So I probably won't have. I was meant to have a festival this year, but it's after being cancelled. So if I can get another couple of abroad gigs out of it now, I'll be happy.
Yeah, what in this summer,
Yeah,
the season, if you
yeah.
will.
I enjoy the most getting out of here on a flight to play a gig. It's no feeling like it.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, man. Because you're going out to have a good time. Like, it's good time. That's your art, isn't it? But
That's it.
also giving people those feelings, man. It's just I can't imagine what the buzz is like up there as a DJ,
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Honestly.
playing off that energy. So when you do go away, what are you going looking at, a weekend or?
No. If I'm going away, it'll be usually in that day and out the next back home.
And that's your choice, because they're paying for flights, are they?
Yeah, they pay for the flights and the accommodation and all, so that's my choice. Yeah, find if you're in these, if you're the longer you're staying in these places, you just end up breaking into the wages and all, and it's oh,
I love it.
you end up coming home with no money and all, and it's places that I've been before that I've seen, so it's like I had to come home to get back to work here.
Yeah, good on you, man. So you're a solid professional as well.
Well,
Because a
right.
lot, it's right to be, yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all? But here, look at this one more thing that I want to touch on. And you said that you're going to transition now this style of music, and you're going to start today, which is great, because a lot of people are afraid to pivot in life. And you're just doing it now because you just want to try something new and see what works. So again, for yourself, what is it like for you to let go of the style of music that you've been producing and playing around with, to just choose something else?
It's, do you know what? It's quite easy, Larry, because it's been around for a while. That side of music, it's lived with me for quite some time now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with this next new little idea and venture that I'm looking at. It was
Yeah, excited.
easy enough to let go of. Yeah,
Happy days. Right, final question, bud.
go
For
on.
everyone on the podcast, what does success mean to you?
That's a hard question. It is a hard question. I think being happy in the role that I'm doing. Once I have the happiness side to what I feel like I can be, I'm most successful. Like if I'm sitting here, I'm in the studio, I'm happy with what I'm doing there. They're the days that I'm like, that's a successful day. An overall success story is playing at festivals, playing at main stages,
Yes.
just being able to showcase the work that I work on here and make it feel like it's a good feeling. So that's what an overall success story is like. But short success is having a good happy day.
Yes, and a good happy day is working on your purpose, working in the
Yeah,
studio there.
yeah.
Sweet. Love it.
Darren, thanks
Evan,
for having me.
legend. Thank you very much. Crack
Appreciate it.
on, 7 o'clock in the morning there for you. So
Yeah,
full day ahead of you, full
thanks.
motivation, I hope. Yeah. You're welcome. The,
Listen,
the, the early bird.
week, and I look forward to watching your journey. I've always been a fan of your journey since the first day I met you. David put us in touch.
Yeah,
So,
David's here next week.
that's savage. Well, tell him I said hello. I'm looking forward to watching the journey on the elements as well. So.
Legend, buddy. Thank you. Let's get a quick snap.